Hey, how's everyone doing today? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and today we're going to be working on the EVAP system. So if you have a P0496, this video is going to be for you, and I'm going to show you how to fix it up on today's video. Okay, first and foremost, what we need to do, we got to check out our codes, so we're going to look at them. And there's gonna be one code right here that popped up because I was looking at this beforehand, so we can just not even pay attention to that. But the main codes that we have to pay attention to is gonna be P0175 and P0496. This P0443, that's because I disconnected that sensor, so we can just eliminate that right there. But right here, what we have, EVAP system flow during non-purge, that's basically pointing straight at the Purge Solenoid, and this one corresponds to it as well, because essentially what the Purge Solenoid does, it pushes out vapors into the engine from the gas tank, and essentially the purge vapor has to be in a closed position. But if it stays open the whole time, that's when we start getting too much fuel into the engine, and that's where we get the rich system right here. So right now what we're going to do, we got the codes right here, P0496 and then P0175. So let's get underneath the vehicle, and I'm going to show you where the purge is at. So a lot of people get mistaken from the purge and the vent valve. Vent valve is most of the times underneath the vehicle, and the purge is going to be in the engine compartment. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you a quick little test on how to test this out. Okay, so we're in the engine compartment right here, and as you can see, we have our little beauty cover right here. So to take off this little beauty cover is going to be a size 8 ratchet. So we're going to take this off. Once we pull this out the way, there's a little beauty right there. And you can tell that this is from the EVAP system because we're going to have this little green twist off, and that's where you actually make your test from. So essentially, to test this out, an easy way to test this out, normally these are closed valves right here. So what we can do, we can disconnect this connector, and the only thing that we have to do is just push this little white valve or tab inwards and pop it up. And then after that, we disconnect this, and that's where we got that code that told you to disregard. So we can just disconnect this, and what we're going to look for is we shouldn't have any vacuum at all right here. So if we have any vacuum, that's when we know that we have a bad solenoid, and we could switch this up, take off the codes and retest it, and we should be able to pass. So I'm going to show you a little test right here so we can verify that we have any vacuum. Okay, so what I have hooked up right here, I got my vacuum gauge up here. So as you can see, we're at 0 right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn on the vehicle, and then you're going to see that we're going to have a little bit of vacuum. I'm just using this vacuum gauge so you can see that we actually have vacuum. Another way that you can do this is by putting your finger here, but I want you to see it right here, and once we put our new one on there, you're going to see the difference. Okay, this is with the vehicle turned on. As you can see, we are at about 19. So I'm going to disconnect it. So here, look, I'm going to pull it off, and you're going to see it move up. Look at that. So that's, like I told you, this EVAP line right here is hooked up to the gas tank, so fuel vapors are going in there. So that's why we're getting the rich condition, because we're getting the fuel vapors going straight into the engine the whole time. So as you see, we should not have vacuum right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a brand new sensor. We're going to put it on, and then you're going to see the difference. So let's hook up with this brand new sensor, and then we'll fast forward to it. Okay, so this is the old one right here, and I'm just going to do the same test as I did to the new one. And as you can see, that one has air passage. So if we get the new one, Nothing. So I'm just going to show you one last test, and that's going to be with the vacuum gauge. So we're going to hook this back up, check it out with the vacuum gauge, and we're going to call it a fix. Alright, so we have our brand new purge valve right here, and as we, like the one before, we have our vacuum gauge hooked up and we don't have it connected. So right now it should be completely closed, and there is our vacuum gauge. So we are at 0 right now. Let's turn on the vehicle and let's see how it looks. Okay, so our vehicle's turned on. We have it hooked up here, and we are at 0. So I'm going to disconnect it so you can see that. Alright, so it's disconnected. And we're going to put it right back on, and still 0. So there you go. That's going to be our fix to our purge valve. So if you do like this video, please thumbs up, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell to get all the brand new videos coming out here from Oz Mechanics.